Streams. My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager, and I am joined by two of Joystiq's most fearless staffers today. We have Managing Editor Susan Arndt. Hello, Susan.
Hello. I am very excited about this stream.
And we have Editor Danny Cowan. Hello, Danny.
Hey, it's me. I love Sailor Moon. I know everything about Sailor Moon and also anime. That's a lie.
But I'm willing to learn. So on the stream, we have this is not the usual crowd that you would have for a stream of a Sailor Moon video game. You have me, who is a lapsed anime kid. I haven't been into anime since I was a teenager, and that was a long time ago. Danny is not a hardcore anime guy, and Susan is not an anime woman at all. No. At all.
I know zero about Sailor Moon. Zero. Although now, thanks to Artemis the MP, I know who all of the characters in this screenshot are.
Oh, I got Pluto and Saturn mixed up. Artemis helped with that one. I got Pluto and Saturn mixed out.
And the dude is named Tuxedo Mask?
Oh, yeah. Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, boy.
Who I dressed up...
Oh, is Minnie Moon that little tiny child?
Yes, and that is, spoiler warning, that is Sailor Moon's daughter.
Okay.
Whoa.
That is her and Tuxedo Mask's child.
All right, I would like to know the genetics
the future,
involved.
I guess?
She's from the future, but also the past.
Mm.
Oh.
You see what we're getting into? Let's get into this.
What color does Dad's hair need to be if Mom is blonde? What color hair does Dad need to have pink-haired child?
We could go ahead and assume that that's moon hair coloring. That's moon hair coloring.
Oh, it's moon hair. Of course.
Moon color. Yeah. That's as logical.
That hair coloring came from the moon. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Artemis just pointed out she's 906 years old. We're getting into the complexies of Sailor Moon lore there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you bored with me? Says the screen. No. It's not you. It's us.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I am playing this, as you can see, on a Retron 5, which is one of the fancy new, all-in-one retro consoles that has come out recently. And it's actually quite nice. I like this thing quite a bit. And it makes your old games look pretty snazzy when you're using them on the screen like this. Of course, it doesn't recognize this because it's a custom cart, which is why I got a little confused there. Is the game audio okay?
Audience? Our lovely chat people? It seems good and Super Nintendo-y to me.
It's very it's good.
Famicom-y, yes.
Pretty Soldiers Sailor Moon, another story. Let's fire this up, man.
That is some Harlequin romance type font right there.
Exactly. it literally. So Susan, I have said this to you before.
Yes.
Is something the reason I keep playing the Kingdom Hearts games is that they're like outsider art, but with a multi-million-dollar budget.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And something I love.
Kitty!
Yeah, okay. This is Luna.
Luna the kitty?
Luna the kitty. Luna, who is the handmaiden, I guess you could say, to Sailor Moon. She's her guardian and protector and educator. And she's also 1,000 years old. And she can talk. She could talk.
Okay, wait. I have so many questions. I'm okay with the cat talking. That's fine. Are these?
That's not a problem.
No, that's not. I can roll with the talking cat. That's totally fine. Num num. Are the sailor? What do we call them? Scouts? Soldiers? What are they?
It's soldiers or scouts. You can do one or the other.
Okay.
Take your pick.
Are they cops? What are they doing? What's their shtick? They get up in the morning. They have a cute little pink bedroom, and what do they do?
So there is a Buffy factor here. They're in high school, and then by the end of the show, they're not in high school. By the end of the show, they're college and just out of college. And so, like, that's their normal lives. But Sailor Moon herself is the reincarnated, like, demigod / queen of the long-dead Moon Kingdom. Now,
Okay.
now, people.
Are we on Earth? Is this Earth?
This is Earth. This
Okay.
is Earth in the 90s. Remember to take along your diary. I got the diary. I'm going to use the diary to save my game. Alright, so yeah, this is on Earth, and, like, basically when it starts, like, they're in high school, and they're just high school kids. And then this talking cat shows up and is like, yo, things are about to get weird.
Oh, now things are gonna get... Hi, I'm a talking cat.
Yo, but seriously, things about to get weird. And this blonde high school girl's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I love to eat things. And then Kat's like, you're actually the reincarnated goddess of the moon. And she's like,
Okay.
what? And she turns into, like, I can't remember. She gives her, like, a locket, I think. She gives her a locket or a staff. Sailor Moon's always getting some kind of magical object with every new season that gives her new powers.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, there is, like, a super RPG factor in the show itself. Alright, here we go. I found my diary.
Okay, first of all, I need to deal with something really bothering me in the chat. Sean Sharkey, Harry Potter has an owl. Hermione has the cat. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Wow, owned.
Hermione has a cat named Crookshanks, and he's ginger. He's not black.
And he's good. He works alongside, Crookshanks works alongside Sirius Black. Wow, I'm a nerd. Just a big nerd.
Harry Potter. Okay, so she is a reincarnated moon goddess,
god. Yeah.
Which Luna the talking cat.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Luna then? Is she from the moon?
Luna has been, like, in hibernation for, like, 1,000 years, for millennia.
Oh, okay.
And shows up, and, like, I can't remember what the impetus is for her, like, Luna coming out of hibernation to help out.
Yeah, because things are about to get real.
Like, things are about to get real, but I can't remember exactly why things are about to get real. Like, there are, like, demons involved, and evil people who are messing up humans. And
like they do.
Like they do.
Okay.
This is a pretty janky looking Super Nintendo RPG, I have to say. Like, compared to stuff that it's contemporary with, this is not exactly a looker.
This is even like Bandai's B team, as far as I know. They like develop a bunch of Ultraman games and Gundam and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Oh, so they do the licensed stuff.
You gotta love the B team.
However, the same developer developed Shatterhand for the NES, which is a legit game.
Really? This is the same people as Shatter... I found Pinocchio, guys.
Sean Sharkey wanted to point out that he wasn't saying that Harry actually had a cat. He was talking about the moon on Luna's forehead.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Harry's scar. Yeah. So, okay. We're gonna let you off the hook now, Sean. That's fair. That's totally fair.
Oh, this guy, Alright, there's always lots of tired people. I have no idea what's going on, guys. No idea. There's a dude who looks like a German hiker from 1910 with a feather in his cap.
He's just kind of wandering around the street.
And he's just like, he's in the middle of the road. Alright, Sailor Moon is the exact same size as this VW bug. I don't know why that's happening.
Well, they do have very long legs, those sailor girls.
They do. They have
very long legs.
So that was like the style, as was the style at the time. So there was this like boom of, like, you know, comics and cartoons made exclusively by women in Japan in like the early 90s. And part of the style was these super long legs and like flowing like torsos. Like they looked like snake people. So you would see there was they look like snake people. Yeah. Oh, Langley pointed it out in the chat. Clamp noodle legs. So Sailor Moon was all done by this one woman, but then there was a studio of writers and artists that were all women called Clamp. And Clamp was famous for a series called X, and another one called Magic Knight Rayearth. And
I've heard of Magic Knight Rayearth.
And yeah, Magic Knight Rayearth was actually turned into a great RPG for the Saturn once upon a time. And that actually made it to the US, unlike this. I wish these peaceful days could go on forever. You guys are about to see me run into a very existentially peaceable woman on the street. Everything is
cool. It's an unusually foreboding thing to say just for a random passerby.
Isn't it?
Boy, I hope nothing bad happens.
I have no idea what's going on. Luna told me to go check something out, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to be checking out. But yeah.
Probably listen to the talking cat.
Hey, Luna, what's going on? Yeah, so, to give you a little bit more background, finally, is she finds out she's Moon God, and the cat's like, yo, you gotta mess up these demons. And then they slowly but surely try to, like, find her inner circle, like Sailor Moon's Knights of the Round Table.
Okay.
Who are Sailor Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. And in this world, like that previous comic, Sailor V, like, they know who she is. She's famous. Like,
okay.
Everybody's like, oh, Sailor V, she's... Because I guess not only is she, like high school girl Batman, she's also, you know...
High school girl Batman. Well, that would make her... Wait, was Batgirl in high school?
Batgirl was an adult, I think.
Okay. I feel like she was in high school in one version.
Oh, here we go. I'm about to fight crime.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah, this is happening now. I am going to fight some crime.
I am very happy about the fighting part.
Naru-chan is in trouble. Susan, you are not a fan of this style of RPG, right? This is before you really kind of got into games. You're not like a Super Nintendo guy.
I love this kind of RPG.
Oh, all right.
I don't like Final Fantasy.
You don't like Final Fantasy? That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes. No, I am not a fan of, but I love. I had a Super Nintendo as opposed to a Genesis, specifically because of JRPGs.
Oh, awesome! There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see how this for love and justice. I am the sailor-suited pretty soldier Sailor Moon. Boom. It's about to go down.
For love and justice.
God, I had some really patient parents that tolerated my love of this show.
Well, you know, I think we've established in previous streams, your mother's a saint.
A saint! An absolute saint.
Something Mimic, okay. I did not... Something Mimic brings up the Phantasy Star series.
Oh.
Everybody knows how obsessed I am with Phantasy Star Online. But no, I never actually got to try the original Phantasy Star RPGs. I am told that Phantasy Star 4 is the best of those. And always want to try it.
You should absolutely play that. It still holds up today. Not so much the other ones.
Oh, yeah?
But definitely 4.
I have it. Yeah. I own it. I have a
cool.
GBA cartridge.
Oh, I forgot that they made that collection.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really easy ways to play those classic Phantasy Star games. There's the you can also download it to your Vita via the Sega Genesis PSP collection.
What?
Yeah,
I can have it on my Vita?
You can have it on your Vita, but I'm not sure. Danny, did you play those ports? The Genesis collection ports? Danny is our resident old school Sega guy.
Yeah, I remember the PSP one being kind of off, but it works. It's fine. You won't notice anything wrong. Even better, though, is the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection for 360 and PS3. The emulation in there is pretty good.
I might have that.
Wow. So, there are some weird options in this battle system. I'm not sure if you guys have spotted this. Like, I figured out...
I just love the icons up there. I don't know what's going on, but those icons are amazing.
But, like, that's the thing. Like, okay, so I know that the first two are, like, fight and spell. I get that. But beyond that, I have... Okay, this is clearly defense at the end. This is clearly run away. I'm guessing this little rabbit might be items?
Items. I love that it's bunnies. And the fourth one is probably, like, change your group order?
That seems probable, yeah. You know what? That one where it's like people doing Tai Chi there, the third one.
I was gonna go with the Macarena. The Tai Chi I think is better.
There like that. Maybe that's group attacks. So big secret is that there is a member of the Joystiq crew that has played this before, and it was him who put the idea in my head in the first place. Sinan has played through and finished this game.
And he says it's really good.
And he says it's very good, and he was saying that there are team attacks.
Yes, Moon Crisis says there's an option that lets you fuse your attack with other sailors, but you don't have any other sailors yet.
Oh, a demon has come back to life. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanking me.
Oh, you got a puzzle piece. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I'm totally not sure. Alright, so... Thank you, Sailor Moon, from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome. I guess.
Okay.
Are, like, you never wonder what these costumed heroes do after they've saved the day? Like, is it awkward afterwards? Do they have to be like, well, you have a good day. I'm just gonna use the door. I'll see you guys
I'm gonna
later.
go home and hit the hay.
You guys are all right, though. Don't tell anybody that you saw me transform from a regular high school student into this, because my parents would not approve. Let me tell you.
By the way, this is my cat who talks.
ignore that talking cat, please. I just really don't want any media attention. All right, why are there bedrooms on the top floor of this jewelry store?
People get tired. Don't judge.
I'm just you would expect
They live there.
there to be.
It's a family business.
It's a family business. I totally understand. Well, they're still sitting patiently here in the lobby. I guess I'll go.
They're tweeting is what they're doing. They're like,
tweeting.
just got rescued.
Would not believe it. This woman came in, and she had regular pigtails, but then she, like, span around, and then they were jeweled pigtails, and I didn't even know what was going on.
That is way more than 140 characters, bro.
It was
Not
90.
enough hashtag.
Susan, it was 90s Twitter. It was a whole.
Oh, okay.
You were allowed to write a full 5-sentence paragraph.
Hashtag rescued by Sailor Moon.
Hashtag rescued by Sailor Moon. All right, going home, taking a nap. Oh, now I get to be Tuxedo Mask. Nice.
Wait, I thought he's not a bad guy?
Oh no, Tuxedo Mask, a good guy.
Oh. Okay, does he realize that his name kinda sounds like a bad guy?
You know, I wonder if that's, like... At the beginning, he's sort of like an anti-hero. You're not sure what his deal is.
Okay.
But he is Sailor Moon's, like, long-lost love. Their love crosses time.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Wait, is he in high school too?
He is... Well, so, at the beginning of the show, she's like 15, and he's like 22.
Oh, uncomfortable.
So that is like, I mean, this is not Madame Bovary. This is the mid-90s, and that is questionable.
That is creepy.
That is inappropriate.
That breaks all the rules.
Langley says at the start of the series he's supposed to be mysterious.
He is mysterious. He's mysterious. He's always like whenever Sailor Moon's in trouble, and like because it's the arc is that something happens, and then she's gonna like smoke this demon, and then it's like her power's not working, and then Tuxedo Mask like throws a rose at whatever she's fighting. I'm not kidding. Like a rose hits this guy in the face. Is he the
Bachelor?
This is it was 90s Bachelor, so it's super weird.
All right.
90s Bachelor is like 90s Twitter. It's a lot more involved.
Okay, so in the new, that's right, because there's a new Sailor Moon, and so in the new Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, who, let's be honest, his name's Bob, is in high school. So it's less.
Oh, it's a little less scheming. They've modernized.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, and another fangirl explains. Oh, it gets worse. In Stars, which is season 5,
that's right.
He's flying off to college, and she just started 10th grade.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Scandalous.
Well, actually,
as we think about that, we're heading at 20 minutes here, so I'm going to cut to commercial. See you guys in 30 seconds.
Unless you have turbo, in which case you can keep
just
educating me
hanging
about
out.
Sailor Moon, because I find this fascinating.
Yeah, it is. So that's the thing. When you start, like, when you fall down the rabbit hole, it's melodrama that you just can't quit. Like, you get addicted to the weird. And
Okay,
yeah,
so apparently in the original manga, he was actually supposed to be in high school.
oh,
and
he
then
was in high school.
The anime creators are like, nah, we're gonna make him pervy.
And, like, I mean, at the end of the day, they are married. Like, but, like, still inappropriate, dude.
It's like dating your teacher. It's
Yeah,
not close.
inappropriate. Alright, so Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Mars have shown up.
Okay.
And they're talking about some stuff, and they don't know where Sailor Mercury is. You know, how do you guys feel when you're playing a localized game? How do you guys feel about the inclusion of, like, formal Japanese titles, or even casual Japanese titles mixed into English text? Like, do you need to see Chan as an endearment at the end of a name?
Man, I can't stand that.
I-
Persona
like,
does
what-
that, and it
you
drives
know,
me nuts.
It's just... It doesn't seem authentic to me. Like, you're translating something half, like, you're doing, like, 3/4 of the way to translate it English, you know? Like, just... Yeah.
In Persona, I actually really like it because, one, it is very clear at all times that it is taking place in Japan. And I think that makes a big difference for me. Like, where is this thing supposed to be taking place? It is in Japan. Like, they go to tea houses and they do very Japanese high school activities. And so for that for me makes a difference. Also, because that game is all about the relationships, and the little suffixes show levels of relationships between people.
That totally makes sense.
That I think it really works there.
But when you're
that actually
not,
does make sense. I can understand that then.
like, I'm glad that it's not used in, like, Phoenix Wright. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, that would get... And I know that it's there in the, in the original. Like, those sorts of lingual tics are obviously part of it, because the language it was written in. But it would be totally inappropriate. And I guess here, it's the same situation. They're in high school, they're in Japan, so fine. But, like, there are times where it shows up, and, like, it's born of that... So we were talking about this at the top of the show, Susan, where, like, back when you could be a person who was just like, I'm into anime, and it's like a blanket statement.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm into anime, and I think that was possible because there was not enough of it. Like, there was very little, so you could sort of get an overview of everything that existed, if that was your thing.
It was very similar to Once Upon a Time being a gamer.
Right.
When it was much more niche, it was much easier to and this is before the internet was omnipresent and you had access to so much information.
Totally.
It was easier to really have a handle on what was available and what existed and have that information. And it could be more of an identity because the number of people who were into it was a lot smaller. Now, everybody watches some form of anime. Everybody's a gamer, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, like Legend of Korra is like one of the most popular things in the world, and at the exact same time, is it even anime? Like, even though it's styled like that, there are people who would be like, oh no, it's made by Canadians and Americans, so it's not properly anime. But, bull. Of course it is. But I feel like the choice to constantly put in those little those suffixes that are like terms of endearment and stuff like that is born of that original culture, where it was like, it's gotta be authentic. Like, if it's not authentic, it's not good. So you've got to have, like, Chan at the end of everything.
So, like, the suffixes are one thing, but I saw Sailor Moon speaking in hearts. Like, what? I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, that's. I think that's just
other games I've seen, like, people speak in, like, musical notes and stars. These are, like, super anime games, by the way.
Yeah.
And I just lack the cultural knowledge to really know what a person means when they say, I'm waking up tomorrow, star, music note.
Somebody's not played enough Ys. Susan, are you an Ys person? Do you like Ys?
Never played it. Never tried it.
Get Ys Memories of Celceta for Vita. You will love it.
Oh, it's on the Vita? I'm in.
You'll love it.
Seriously, stick a JRPG on the Vita. I will play it.
It's an action RPG, and you will be, like, shocked at how fast it plays.
Oh,
like,
nice.
there's a dash button, but instead of holding it down and you run, you do, like, a running jump that propels you across half of the screen. And you'll cover, like, a huge distance in, like, one tap of this, and the entire game takes on this very frenetic pace.
Okay, Moon Crisis has some very interesting information that I feel you and Danny need to know.
Oh, drop it on me.
There's a 3DS Sailor Moon game that was only released in Italy.
Oh, yes. Oh, I know. And it's a DS...
Oh, you know!
It's a DS game. It's
just
called, like...
DS. It's not 3DS.
just DS.
It's DS. Okay.
And it's called, like... Oh, man. The Italian name is amazing, too.
Well, it would be.
It's so good, and it's killing me that I can't remember it right now. But it's not very good.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm going to look up that title right now.
Tango Bunny says that, yeah, it's shovelware.
Yeah, it is, like, it looks... like, you know, like... Do you remember back when they would make handheld consoles for, like, very little kids, like toddlers?
Yeah.
And, they would always have, like, the janky, oversized cartridges that would go in them? It looks like it was made for those.
Ouch.
Like, yeah. It looks like something that was, like... It looks like a Gizmondo game.
Oh.
How's that?
Okay, the official title is Sailor Moon La Luna Splende.
Yeah!
Nice. Nice.
And it was only released in Europe and Italy, I guess. That's interesting. Usually these games at least come out in Japan. But they made it specifically for the European market.
Well, there was, like, a boom in, like, 2008 or 9. And, Sailor Moon had, like, a renaissance in Italy and that region of
Well, if
Europe.
you're gonna have a renaissance,
Wow!
Italy is the place to be. Look, yeah.
Wow. The Nathan Parable. Anyone remember the American Sailor Moon PC game? I do not remember that. Alright, can we agree that these are very tiny motor vehicles that they're piling on?
We can, yes.
Really just not sure what's going on there.
Also, I gotta give it up to the chat, man. You guys are dropping mad Sailor Moon knowledge on my head, and I love it. This is awesome.
Usagi was really excited to go on the bus. She said, "We're gonna go on the bus." Heart, heart, heart. Loves that bus.
Buses are awesome.
Alright, Sailor Mercury's bugging out. I guess we're just on a mission here to spot Sailor Mercury's new boyfriend. Which is...
So you're stalking.
Yeah, so you're stalking.
Okay.
This is way better than the introduction at the beginning of Final Fantasy VII. Like,
one of the aspects of JRPGs that I love is how you always, when you need to go anywhere, you all fuse into one.
Yeah, right.
And of course you have to, because you don't want a long train of characters walking across the screen. I mean, it makes perfect sense, but it just always makes me laugh. Like, are you miniaturizing and you're going in pockets?
It's a people backpack.
The people backpack?
It's a people backpack.
Are you like Voltron-y? What is it?
I wonder how far those two have gotten. So, all right. I guess I can embarrass my 21-year-old cousin Nina while we're on the stream.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
Sailor Moon was what we bonded on when Nina was, just like 9 years old, and I was in college, because eventually I started getting rid of my Sailor Moon stuff. And, like, my little cousins, Nina and Kara, loved it. And so, like, when it, like, you know, as I got older, I would give all my Sailor Moon stuff to them. But, later in the series, is the Sailor Stars. Somebody in the chat had mentioned the Sailor Stars earlier. And during the last season of this, there are 3 new Sailor Stars, and this is where it got, like, they refused to bring it to the United States, because there was, like, no way for them to censor it without completely destroying it. But there were 3 male pop stars who were secretly Sailor Scouts that turned into female Sailor Scouts when they transformed.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes!
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
What I just said is... that's it.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Those were the Sailor Stars. And one of them, Sailor Star Maker? If there's Sailor Star Fighter, Maker, and Healer, I remember that. And one of them, their attack is called, I kid you not, like their big special move that will vanquish all the enemies was Powerful Uterus.
Okay.
Powerful Uterus! Oh yeah!
Oh, Powerful Uterus.
Powerful Uterus. And so when my cousin Nina was 13, she and I were hanging out at a family Thanksgiving, and she comes up to me and she was drawing pictures just to, like, make herself laugh. She comes over and it's a drawing of the Sailor Stars, and she just runs up to me and she's like, "Anthony, look! They're all using their uteruses!"
Oh
and
my God.
I was just like, whoa. What? Like, what? So these are the things that come up when you engage with Sailor Moon. You thought it was weird before, Susan.
I did, and it's weirder. And here's the thing, though. While, I'm sitting here going, Power Uterus, okay, all right. I can appreciate some good weird.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, clearly, we know my taste in games. I mean, my favorite game of all time has a sentient bear suit in it. Not a dude in a bear suit, just a bear suit.
Just a bear suit.
Right.
A bear suit that spawns a dude.
Exactly, a little naked dude. Yeah, so I got no room to talk. You know, the most influential person in my life runs around in a phone booth. So, I ain't judging.
I really hope that I am remembering all of this accurate. Playing this is making me want to go watch that stuff again. And, like, go back and see if it's actually as weird as I remember it. I've gotten into a random battle!
Oh, sweet!
Like a legit random battle, and I have all of the scouts.
That's awesome. Okay, you gotta... Okay, now I want to see
team 'em
if
up.
you can...
Yeah, alright. So
is that a bullet train? Awesome.
Alright, okay, this is weird. So... 5 senshi create a bullet. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think I get this.
Okay.
So yeah, alright.
Wait, I love that this guy... This is like the most generic name for an enemy.
Combateer.
He's the combatter. No, he's not even a combateer, because that would be like a rocketeer, which would be kind of cool. He's just a combatter.
I like when you, like, give them all an action. They get into cool fighting poses. It's like, I gotta say, for as janky as it all looks, it does capture the spirit of the thing. Like,
I don't think it's that janky.
Yeah, well, just compared
it's no
to,
Illusion of Gaia, but...
Right. Which, oh man, Illusion... We should just play all of those games. Those Illusion of Gaia games.
Obviously, I'm fine with that.
Susan, have you ever played the... So there's Soul Blazer... Then there's Illusion of Gaia, but there's a third one that only came out in English in Australia and Germany, called Terranigma.
No, I've never even heard of it.
It's pretty obscure. It's pretty out there. I'm sure that some of our people in the chat will know what I'm talking about. But it is awesome. It is super, super cool, and at some point in the future, if we're looking for something weird to stream again, I think that'll be a good one to bust out. But God, those are gorgeous games. And
really
Illusion of Gaia makes you do weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And great music, amazing music in that game.
unbelievable music.
Yeah.
Danny, you're a quintet game guy, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I think so. They did. I think they did ActRaiser, right?
They did
Or am I
ActRaiser.
wrong?
No, they
Yeah, I
did
love
ActRaiser.
ActRaiser's a great game. And I played through Soul Blazer and also Illusion of Gaia back in the day, but I don't remember much about them.
Oh wow, everybody leveled up.
That makes
Soul
sense.
Blazer had a lot of really weird existentialist themes in it. Like
Oh,
you would
yeah.
unlock these people and they would spout off some philosophy at you.
Oh man, it's like unbelievable in Soul Blazer. There's an entire level where you're in a forest, and everyone you save and bring back to their home in the forest is a little animal. And sometimes they don't even like give you anything. They just say goofy, weird, existential things, like you were saying. Susan, if you save the dog in Soul Blazer in the forest, it turns out the dog runs a restaurant, and he's not
Of course he does.
He's not bipedal. Like, he doesn't walk around upright or anything. He's just a dog. And when you go up to talk to him, he'll be like, "Come and try out our newest item on the menu. You!"
Oh!
And then he's like, "No, I'm just kidding. We run a nice restaurant. Anytime you want to come hang out, you know, I find that being friends with humans is the best." That's how it goes.
Okay, good.
I remember the race of like underground dwarves who all have like a really short lifespan, like they live like a week or something.
Yeah.
And they spend their time racing on the backs of snails, like the
Yep.
slowest thing possible. And there's some kind of moral lesson in there, like it doesn't matter how short your life is, it's if you enjoy doing what you do. And it's like, wow, this Super Nintendo game is really up there, really some high concept stuff here.
Dude, that's deep.
All right,
I
so
know.
we found Sailor Mercury's boyfriend, and he's all jacked up. Oh, surely...
Also, apparently you're recreating Snowpiercer in this section, so...
Is that a thing?
Snowpiercer, if you have not seen it, is a movie that takes
Yes.
place entirely on a train,
Cool.
and it's the goals of the protagonists are to get from the very last compartment in the train up to the very first compartment in the train.
I want to see this now. That
Oh
sounds
my god,
really
it's so good. It's really, really good. Okay, first of all, it's like the worst title in the world ever. But yeah, it's so the shtick is they released some junk into the atmosphere because of global warming, and they wanted to try and cool off the Earth. Haha, did a little too well. Everything frickin' froze. All of humanity is now on this train. All of humanity is on this train.
What?
Yes. Yes, it's a special train that this genius guy built because he saw this coming. He was like, "We are effed." So he built a train that could survive super, super hot temperatures and super, super cold temperatures. And it's a self-sustaining ecosystem. And yeah, all of humanity's on this train.
I gotta see this. This sounds
It's
wild.
so good. It's really, 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 really good.
All right, guys. Sailor Mercury's boyfriend just laid down some drama.
Uh-oh.
He just said that apparently
Is he unfriending her?
all of the future and all of the past have been rewritten. And now, a giant fire is talking to the other scouts and saying that my name is Sin.
Oh!
This is getting weird.
This suddenly turned into a quintet game.
This suddenly, I think we forced it to turn into a quintet game.
Just wishful thinking made this happen. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it has a face and everything. Okay, I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah. This is getting biblical. I'm into it.
This is merely a greeting. It's just like, hey,
Just saying hi.
hey,
That
peace
was
out.
that was the equivalent in the 90s of a Facebook poke. That was the same thing.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Sin.
A giant fire will appear in your home,
Pleasure.
and the 90s were awesome. And then Chris
Hi.
Cornell would show up.
And then there'd be like a really cool TLC soundtrack.
Yep, there'd be a little. They're like, "Don't go chasing
Oh, no, wait, no, Color Me Bad. It would be Color Me Bad.
Definitely, yeah.
Little Belle Biv DeVoe and one ABC, BBD, the East Coast family.
Is poison.
Oh, that would be awesome if I want a Sailor Moon music video for That Girl Is Poison. Poison!
That would be great.
Oh, how do I get out of this place? There's no door! Oh, answer the phone, quickly. You answer the phone, Sailor Venus. Tell me what to do.
While we argue over who gets to answer the phone, I'm going to cut to commercial. See you guys in 30 seconds.
Where's the freaking phone?
I found
artist
it.
Most deserves a Sailor Moon AMV, in your opinion?
I am going to go ahead... Oh, do I have to talk to this old man to answer this phone? I am going to say... God. Probably Was Not Was.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That was for you, Susan, that one. A little Was Not...
And we're back, and we're discussing Was Not Was, and their hit songs such as... What did they do? Walk the Dinosaur?
They
did!
Okay,
they
good.
In fact did.
Everybody get on the floor, everybody come and walk the dinosaur. Boom.
I highly recommend
look,
the version of that song featured in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah!
You do it right. It's Open
As performed
the
by
Door.
George
Open the door!
Get on the floor.
Wow.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
I
My
just-
god.
I just dadded those lyrics really hard.
You really did dad those
I
lyrics.
dadded those lyrics beyond reason.
Get on the floor, go out the door. Everybody is a dinosaur.
Next E3, guys, karaoke. It's happening.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Alright, so Sailor Uranus has just called and said, I need to go to the hospital because...
Then call an ambulance.
Yeah, one of the other Sailor Scouts is really sick. Something's happened to Hotaru-chan. I think Hotaru is Sailor Saturn. Saturn? Maybe. There are a lot of characters.
I really feel like you're showing some poor judgment there. If you are really, really sick and you call your friend and you don't call either a doctor or an ambulance.
Alright, so I guess I gotta go there. No, she's already at the hospital.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Actually, now I think back, I think part of her deal was that she was, sick anyway. Like, the character has some kind of terminal illness, or... Man, how do I get out of this place? That fire locked me in, guys.
The chat confirms that Hotaru is Saturn.
That is Saturn.
Which I initially misread as Satan. So I was getting really confused.
Oh man, that's what they should have in the new one. Sailor Satan! Looks like the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse.
Oh my god.
I like this reboot. It's going places.
See, you guys come for the games, but really what adds value to our streams are the incredibly dated references.
Too many nasty things have been happening lately. Thank you, Luna. Usagi-chan.
Like your litter box, for example. Let's talk about that, Luna.
Yeah, so does Luna I mean, does she eat really disgusting things? Does she
she's
go?
a cat.
Yeah, cats eat disgusting things.
Well, Luna's a cat. Have you looked at her?
Yeah, but she has people intelligence. Does she still like cat things? I guess is my question.
I'm thinking she's, she can talk. She's gonna lick her butt at some point, and that's just gonna be awkward.
So Luna just said, "Oh, I'm taking off to go look into why all this stuff is happening." Like, if she finds a beam of sunlight, is she gonna take a nap? Just be like, "Nope, I'm not looking into these demons anymore. I'm just gonna hang out." I don't think. Maybe am I supposed to walk? You guys think? The hospital's probably nearby, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so according to Langley here, this is going more Sailor Moon rabbit hole. Everyone is terrified of Saturn, even though she's on their side, because she can destroy the world instantly if she wants, and she also creates a mini universe in her bedroom
That's
in
right.
the manga.
That's right.
Like you do.
Like you do. I think I found the hospital, guys.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, okay. So, but here we go. So now Artemis is saying that Hotaru is Saturn, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is a half robot in
What?
the manga.
I don't remember this.
Uh-huh. So,
Yeah. God, Sailor Moon is weird.
it's well, okay, but no weirder than DC or Marvel comic books. Let's be honest.
I would say it's a different brand of weird.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's a different kind of weird, but it's like comics are weird.
Comics are
They're
weird.
just-
Comics are strange. They're very strange. Man, I'm wondering, like, so Sailor Moon's having a renaissance. Like, people are talking about this. There's the new show. Am I in school? I thought I was in the hospital. Some guy doing
It looks like
part-time
a
work
school.
in a class. Well, I just met somebody in a school classroom, and you guys are about to see what she has to say.
Oh man.
And I'm just gonna wait for you guys to see it. I'm just not. That's gonna be fine. It'll be just fine.
I don't believe you. There's some guy doing part-time work in a clown
No, that's-
suit.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
Oh,
That's not the ending to that sentence that I expected to see.
Yep. That is not.
Some guy in a clown suit. What a cool guy.
Guy's awesome. That guy in the clown suit. It's just that
Can't
guy's
get
a
enough of
mule.
him.
All right. I don't think I'm in the hospital, guys.
No,
think
you are.
Yeah.
You
that is
would
clearly
be
a
in
school, and I
Oh.
cannot go get a social link with Teddy right now. So I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Good call. Good call.
God, that would be awesome if there was a Persona Sailor Moon crossover. That would rule.
I think
bet
the
there's
world
plenty
would
of-
There's plenty of YouTube mashup videos in your future, I think.
That's right. There's plenty of DeviantArt accounts in my future.
Let's put together some Persona and Sailor Moon and put Seal's Kiss from a Rose in the background. There you go. That's 1 million views right there.
there you go, hospital.
Holy crap, Danny! Oh my god! Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh,
and then
you can hold B to run and
Whoa!
L or R to dash.
Whoa! Wow, that is disorienting. Thank you for the tip, chat. But whoa! Oh my god. This is some blast processing for Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, she's booking it. Look at her go.
Oh my goodness, that is so wrong. Whoa.
That is too quick. That
'Cause
is
her-
overly
'cause
quick.
She's still doing the walking animation. It's
Yeah,
like everything else
exactly.
goes really fast.
Well, I guess she is, like, partially a god, so...
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Actually, you know what? If we're gonna do... So she's a moon god, and there is a video game with a sun god. If we could get a Sailor Moon Okami crossover, now we're talking.
Well, you get Luna and Chibi Itaratsu from Okami Den,
Yup,
which is
perfect.
the puppy,
The puppy.
and they do a buddy movie or a buddy road trip game.
Oh my god, I would play that so much. And,
Right?
and Criterion develops it.
Of course.
So
clearly.
they're in a convertible. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Game of the year. All right.
Okay,
I don't.
Artemis,
What did this guy
calm
just
down,
call you?
Okay, just
He
chill.
called you something like Odongo Atama or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. And plus, that is not a fella. That is a lady.
Oh,
That is.
sorry.
It's okay. It's well.
She's
that
very
is.
tomboyish.
She's very tomboyish. So I guess, yeah, I can't remember. I guess are Neptune and Uranus raising Sailor Saturn? I can't remember. This is a re-education right here. Mugen Gakuen has been revived recently too. Wow, this is like very steeped in what was going on in Sailor Moon. Like if you
Hold
don't
on. hey, chat. For those of you who are saying Bunhead or Meatball Head, is that what she just called Sailor Moon?
Oh, that is her
'Cause of
nickname.
Her ponytail things?
Yeah.
Apparently so. It was just untranslated for some reason.
Odango are basically Japanese donut holes that they serve on a stick at festivals.
That would. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Thank you, chat.
Makes sense.
God, the chat is just coming through in the clutch today.
Chat's killing it today.
Just killing it.
Yeah. Okay, so Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto raise Saturn after she turns into a baby when she uses her power. Okay.
God, I don't remember that at all. She turns into a baby? Sailor Moon's awesome. So do you see, like, Susan, like, when you say, oh, it's no weirder than Marvel or DC Comics, like, you see what I mean, that it's a very different flavor of weird.
It's a different flavor of weird, but it's
equal, but, like...
It is equal, but different flavor weird.
Put it this way, I think this is why I find Sailor Moon so much weirder, is because DC and Marvel Comics are obsessed with maintaining a status quo. So, the weird is always at a...
Well,
well,
we're not... Yeah, very much they were not always like that.
For a long period of time now, for like 30 years now. So there was a time when they were very, you know, like, their formative years, like the 60s and 70s, you know, weird things could happen and they would stick, but since, like, the late 80s, it's all been about, like, maintaining a status quo, or eventually getting back to a status quo. Man, this nurse just turned into a... This nurse just turned into a robot with a butt. You can see the robot butt.
Robot.
A robot.
There's robot!
We both said it. That's awful.
I'm gonna fight this robot. Pulmacon.
Robot.
What? Oh my god, this robot has a needle arm!
I see the robot. That is a very well-defined robot.
It really is.
This is getting weird. Weirder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been weird.
But yeah, so in the you know, need to constantly be like, oh, well, Spider-Man, you know, people don't need to know that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, Jean Grey needs to come back to life. Like, it's always reverts back to a type of weird that is a variation on the weird that came before.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Whereas Sailor Moon's like, yeah, man, and then this chick, like, made a universe in her room, but then she, like, turned into a baby, and then these other ladies came in and took care of her, and, like, this one girl, she was like, yo, I'm in high school, but this other guy's like, I'm in college, but we were married 1,000 years ago, and she was like, okay, and then their daughter from the future came back with pink hair, and it didn't make any genetic sense.
This is going back to our 4th graders writing game plots.
Yeah, it is.
And then she made a universe in her bedroom, but it turned her into a baby. So her best friends raised her, and that's nice, honey.
That's good, dear. I just threw a giant heart at that robot and took care of it.
Oh, can you do the group moves yet?
I can't. No, when I highlight it, it gives me like a big red square on the screen, and then I can't yeah, I'm not sure.
It's still pretty early, so maybe you just haven't unlocked it yet.
Yeah, I mean we've been playing for an hour and there have been 4 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dialogue in this game.
Yeah. I assume it picks up.
Somebody in the chat mentions Axe Cop. Yeah, like, Sailor Moon feels like Axe Cop written by an adult.
Serenia's like, no, she turned into a baby before creating a mini-universe in her bedroom. Okay. Okay, so she's a baby, and then she... Okay.
Alright, so I guess we're seeing who the bad guys are here. And one of them...
Oh, you have to go into the formation menu out of battle.
Oh!
And pair people up to unlock combination moves.
Oh.
Now may be a good time to do that, because this looks important.
Wow, these boss... Like, I think I'm meeting the big bad here.
Oh dear.
And I guess there are evil Sailor Scouts here? Wow,
There are evil Sailor Scouts?
I don't remember there being evil Sailor Scouts. I remember that at one point, like, some of them get brainwashed.
Okay.
But this is like an all-out evil team that look like Chaka Khan backup singers.
Nice. Wow, that's a whoo.
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh.
There you go. Oh, and there's a green-haired boy with a ghost dog. Not Forrest Whitaker, like an actual ghost dog.
Wow. Okay. Again.
Yeah.
Okay. So, evil Sailor Scouts is apparently just a thing for the game.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
This game rules. I'm into it.
Oh my god! I love that dog's ears. It's awesome.
You get a button that makes Sailor Moon walk like an insane person, and there's ghost dogs and
bunheads.
And bunheads? I forgot about the bunhead nickname thing. Alright.
This is so much to take in.
There's a lot. Yeah,
there's all the canon stuff, and you have to separate that from what's been established and what's just new to the game.
So just the other day, I replayed the first hour or so. Oh, she's out. She's out of the hospital. Sailor Saturn is out of the hospital. She should probably not be walking around. I replayed the first 20 minutes of Chrono Trigger for the first time in about 5 years.
Okay.
And that's my favorite game of all time. I love that game. And I playing it, I've been trying to figure out why that game stays in such high esteem for people. And I think part of it is that it wastes zero time. Like, you are within 15 minutes. Like, the inciting incident of that game happens within 15 minutes. And you feel not just like, oh, things are happening and the plot is cooking, but you know who everybody is. Like, they behave in a way that is, you know, iconic for each character. They do things, and then you're doing stuff, and there's all this variety. And this is good. I'm gonna keep playing this after we finish today. But you kind of want to be like, guys, get on with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's a magic lady. She's friends with other magic ladies. These other magic ladies hate them. Let's get to it. Let's do it. This game has already passed the Bechdel test like 90 times. Like, let's go.
The only thing I will say is that my favorite game of all time, Persona 4, technically Persona 4 Golden, takes about 2 hours to start the game.
That's true. Yeah.
And in that 2 hours, it's just, you know, it's establishing a serial killer, but there's a whole lot of, you've moved to a podunk town, and your uncle is, you know, an absentee dad, and, you know, all this.
Would you like to play with a cat after school?
Which, by the way, the answer is always yes.
Always yes.
Yes, always yes. But so I totally hear you, and it is a rare game for me anyway that can start really slowly and have me be like, okay, I will see this through until the actual RPG starts.
Yeah.
Because you've got me. Chrono Trigger, I played for the first time relatively recently, just a couple years ago.
Really?
Actually, on the DS, and I didn't finish it because that one frickin' spot, and it's right near the end, where you gotta go up the hill, but the wind is blowing.
Oh, in order to spoil. Okay, guys, what's the statute of limitations on spoilers?
No,
no spoilers.
I'm sorry. If you have not played Chrono Trigger at this point,
it's been 20 years, guys. It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're going to bring, ooh, wow, Sailor Saturn died in this fight. Yeah, if you're gonna bring Chrono back, you have to ascend this wintry mountain in the post-apocalyptic world of 2300. And you know, it's easier on when you have a big screen. If you were playing it on DS,
Yeah.
it's easier when you're doing it on a television, because you really kind of need to be pixel perfect.
You do. You have to be pixel perfect. And I was like, and I'm done. Nope. I can't. I recognize that game is brilliant. I really, really enjoyed it up to that point. But it was just, I'm like, no, I just can't.
Wow, guys,
You're getting wiped here,
I'm
bro.
getting smoked! I'm gonna bring everyone back.
You should probably, never mind. You do have healing powers, you know.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
So, do you remember the last time we streamed an RPG with me behind the wheel?
Okay, good point. It's true. It's a very good point. We're
coming up on 4 o'clock here, and Vaughn in the chat is
5 o'clock.
asking 5 o'clock for you guys, I guess.
Yes.
Vaughn in the chat asked which is our favorite Super Nintendo RPG, which I think is a good way to close this out.
Yeah!
And I would say mine is probably Final Fantasy II, because that's the one I played the most of. It was like the first RPG I ever really got into.
Which is,
It has
that's
a
the one,
special place.
that's the one that's actually 4, right?
Right, yeah, it's 4. 4 easy type, if you want to get into specifics.
you want to get really technical.
Yeah.
Super Mario RPG, baby.
Oh, beautiful choice.
Oh, that's so good.
So good.
I've already said that Chrono Trigger is, my heart's delight, but I suppose if I had to go with a second pick, people will yell at me, they'll say it doesn't count.
Uh-oh.
But I will
It's gonna be
say...
a Zelda, isn't it?
I will say Link to the Past.
It doesn't count.
Alright, then Final Fantasy VI, because Final Fantasy VI is amazing.
If Link to the Past counts, I change my answer to Shadowrun. That's
Oh,
it.
nice,
Oh.
nice.
Never played Shadowrun.
Oh, it's dated at this point, but
Yeah.
it's still very worthwhile. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
forgot about Earthbound.
oh,
Darn it.
Earthbound is so good.
so weird. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this unusual stream today. We really hope that you enjoyed this kind of adventure, especially during the summer months when there are not new crazy things coming out. Like, there are no insane PlayStation 4 or Xbox One games this week. So we figure, why not get a little odd? Take the Sailor Moon ethos. Susan, Danny, thanks so much for joining me today, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I just want to thank the chat for killing it.
Killing it!
Bringing mad Sailor Moon knowledge. You guys are awesome.
All the Sailor Moon love, and it makes me happy that there are still people out there that are into this sort of thing. Susan, are you gonna watch Sailor Moon now? Is your palate peaked?
Here's the thing. I would like to, because I know that Sailor Moon is a phenomenon, right? And I like to at least try things that people are really, really super into, so I can, I feel like I can understand them. But people I know who really love Sailor Moon are concerned about this show being crappy. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should try it, or if it's like not air quote real Sailor Moon, or if the people who are saying it's not air quote real Sailor Moon are just being a little cray-cray, Like, I don't know. I actually don't know.
I didn't know that there was contention about the show. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to see it. Now,
Okay.
that makes me very interested in the new stuff. At the very least, I'm gonna have to go back and read the old comics, because
there you go.
today was fascinating. Everybody, come back on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ludwig Kitzman and Susan will be back playing Abyss Odyssey, which is another weird one.
I know, I'm looking forward to that.
That's from Ace Team, and if you're familiar with Ace Team's previous games, known as Xenoclash, well, they're unusual folks, and that is why we are interested in their game. So come back on Thursday. We might stream before then, and if you would like to know when we go live for our impromptu streams, follow us here on Twitch. Just click that little button in the corner, and it will make your life filled with pleasures and joys. Please follow us on Twitter. Yeah, pleasures and joys. Please follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Google+. Just go to those places and search for Joystiq with a Q. And go to joystiq.com. We have recovered from a little bit of the summer release drought, and we have some killer reviews up right now for awesome games like Rogue Legacy, Road Not Taken, both of which are on PlayStation 4, and Oddworld, New and Tasty, another PlayStation 4 game. A lot going on that system in the past couple of weeks. Go figure. Until then, everyone, we will see you next time. I am a pretty soldier sailor of love and justice? Maybe?
Love and justice?
Possibly? I don't know. We'll see you
From
next
the
time,
moon?
everybody.